Some of us have started that holiday shopping, and if you're looking for a local bookstore with plenty of options, I've got just the place in mind. Let's welcome Rona Brinlee, the owner of the BookMark in Neptune Beach, and happy November. The holidays are upon us, and you told me something before the show. You wrap these books that can be some nice gifts.
Absolutely. We have choices of paper and everything. We're all in.
I love it. I was telling you, there's nothing like a good book. So where do we start?
Well, we're going to start with Cormac McCarthy. You know, I made a pledge at the beginning of the fall that I was going to read all my favorite authors who haven't written in a while. So I've read Ian McEwan, The Lessons, and I've read John Irving, The Last Chairlift. And Cormac McCarthy hasn't written a book in over 15 years.
And that's a Pulitzer Prize winner?
He won the Pulitzer Prize for The Road, and he read Blood Meridian and All the Pretty Horses.
Right.
So The Passenger is the first. He's going to have two. One's going to come out December 6th called Stella Maris. And it's ostensibly the story of a young man who's grieving the death of his sister who he just loves dearly. And he's a diver, and he dives on a sunken plane, and they find 9 passengers, and there's supposed to be 10, and there's no black box. And so all this mystery evolves. But really what Cormac McCarthy does is he has all these characters in conversation with each other, and they ponder life's philosophy and what's important and what's not, and what to do and what not to do. And the writing is just exquisite. It's a book that you just don't want to hurry through, and I'm so glad that he's back. It's been too long.
Back and better than ever.
Back and better than ever, absolutely.
This one looks interesting.
Oh, Demon Copperhead. This is Barbara Kingsolver, the Poisonwood Bible girl, and oh, she's just great. And this is inspired by David Copperfield, and it's the story of a somewhat like David Copperfield character. He's an orphan, he's very poor, but it's in Appalachia in present times, and he's a teen who's lost his mother to opioid addiction, so he's dealing with all of those things, and how's he going to survive through all that? So it addresses those questions of poverty and addiction in modern times with a Dickensian flow.
Okay, how about a sibling rivalry type book?
This one is fantastic. This is two brothers who really, the older brother is the favorite. Everybody loves him. He's the best, and he becomes wildly successful as a lawyer, and the younger brother is always dissed. But he goes off and discovers gold and becomes rich and comes home a great success.
Okay.
So what Paul Theroux does is he's a great author, but he's also a travel writer. So you get to go all these places where he's looking for gold, and you get these great travelogues along the way, which is really fun. But the hook on that one is that the younger brother decides maybe the only fix is murder.
Oh no, not another Cain and Abel. Okay. All right, I'll stay brave and give that a try. And how about the Song of the Cell?
Oh, so this is the science. This is Mukherjee, and he's also a Pulitzer Prize winner for The Emperor of All Maladies and Genes. And this talks back to the 1600s when we discovered the cells and that we're made of cells. And his question is what makes us human? And cells are the things that create us, they're the things that make us sick, they're the things that get us better. And so he says we can know all the mechanics, but we still don't know the song of the cell. There's still lots to learn.
All right,
and the beauty of it all.
Yeah, beautiful.
Absolutely. John Meacham, all these are prize winners. He's a Pulitzer Prize winning historian, and this is about Lincoln. And you'd think, what else could we possibly say about Lincoln? I mean, really, it's got to be one of the most written about. Oh
yeah, I love Lincoln. I love Ford's Theater, but there's more that I don't know, apparently.
Apparently, this is really what influenced Lincoln as a young man. The sermons he listened to, the books he read, and what created his view of the world. So what made Lincoln Lincoln, and the torments that he went through, because he went through a lot of torments. It wasn't just all like they teach you in grade school. He just freed the slaves, and it was all great. Yeah.
Yeah, teacher didn't have time to tell us everything there, but I've got a book now I can read.
It's a little more complicated, but beautifully written. And both of these read like novels. They just, you know, they don't read like nonfiction. They're just page turners, believe it or not.
Nice. My kind of book.
Yeah. And then we have 2 events. So we have Amy West coming. She's the one who did 100 Things to Do in Jacksonville Before You Die. I always wish they'd say while you're still alive somehow.
Yeah, keep it a little more positive.
This is a scavenger hunt that takes you to 20 neighborhoods in Jacksonville.
Oh gosh.
And you have to answer the questions, and you fill out the little forms, and if you go online and you get them all right, you could win a prize.
Okay, I love it.
And it makes you go visit your city, so what fun,
I'm ready for a scavenger hunt
now. Ready for a scavenger hunt. And Gleanings, this is great fantasy science fiction. Neil Shusterman has created the world of Scythe in a trilogy, and he's taken us back to that world with some short stories. And Scythe is the opposite of dystopian. It's where everything goes right. You know, there's no hunger, there's no disease, there's no poverty, but somebody has to decide who's going to die and how, and that's the Jedi.
Ooh.
So this is back to the land of Scythe.
So nice. Well, you've taken me to the land of pleasantries here once again with all these wonderful choices and books. So thank you so much for being with us.
Oh, it's always a pleasure. There's something for everybody. You've got to have a good book.
For sure. All right, and of course, for another look at this segment, just head to our website, and that's firstcoastliving.net.